Hey guys, welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Ultimatum League. Uh, I spent a little bit of time farming up some items and I got myself a new axe. So here's my new axe. It's quite a bit of damage compared to what I had before. So now I'm currently sitting at 1800 DPS with the hit for ground slam, and obviously if we add bleeding and all that stuff, um, that's a little bit more damage. I started working on these clusters. I managed to pick up a few levels. And how did I farm my weapons exactly? I started doing heists. I've been doing quite a few heists. Basically, every level I would just pick out the lock picking um, uh, contracts, and those I would say are probably one of the better ones. There's lock picking and demolition. I feel like those two are the best ones because they would give you currency and delirium respectively, so you could potentially try and farm up cluster jewels if you're doing the demolition contracts, or you could just get some currency from the lockpicking contracts. And with those you end up getting a bunch of rare items as well, because heists tend to have like higher drop rarities or something. So like I said earlier, I think in last episode, heists could be pretty profitable early on, which is what I decided I would do sort of off stream. I kind of had some extra time and I decided, maybe I'll just do a little bit of farming. So now I'm sitting on basically a new weapon, and hopefully this will help me, or it'll carry me through the rest of the maybe next two acts. I'm hoping. Damage is definitely looking a lot better, it seems. And I'm still using Corrupting Fever. So nothing has changed there with regards to last episode. So let's keep going with the acts. So as you can pretty much tell, our damage is just like a whole lot better now, right? Yeah, like that looks really good. So I'm currently a little over leveled, I guess. I'm currently level 50. And I have 2 war cries right now. I put Enduring Cry and Seismic Cry back up. And I put those war cries on Second Wind along with Dash. So Seismic Cry has Second Wind. And then GameTop decided to donate a unique glove, which basically gives me +2 level of socketed Vol Gems. I don't actually have my attack socketed in there because I couldn't get 4 red sockets and I ran out of chromes, but that's where I have the Second Wind Dash as well as the Second Wind War Cry, and then I put Life Tap there as well. So when I sort of use my War Cries, that's when I cast Blood Magic, and I'm assuming that would be enough to maintain Corrupting Fever, because Corrupting Fever requires me to use, what is this, 56 life, which is basically a dash as well as a war cry, or 2 dashes. Hopefully that's enough. If not, I'm gonna need to think of another skill. Okay, let's try going north. And basically what I need to focus on is just making sure I use my dash all the time, which is actually a good thing. Like, I should be using my movement skill as often as I can, and that will basically sustain Corrupting Fever. If I do forget to cast my dashes and stuff, though, it'll obviously wear off. But as long as I keep dashing, I'll be fine. Okay, so the Riverways is here. Alright, so what quest do I have? I need to defeat Aberath, which I forgot to do. Okay. But now you can kind of tell our clear speed and our progression speed is just like so much faster. The faster you can kill, obviously, and the faster you can clear, as a direct result, you'll be able to clear a lot faster or progress a lot faster. And right now, one of the focus really is to just try and speed up that progression rate. Damage is looking good again. And like, you naturally get levels, right? Like you don't, when you farm, you're not farming for EXP necessarily. Although I have been, known to do that every now and then. But mostly we're farming for weapons. And the reason why we're farming for weapons is so that we can progress. So once you find you have enough gear, you just want to try and get to the next few zones as fast as possible so you can basically work on farming your next set of gear, right? Definitely, I've seen some people using Corrupting Fever to great effect. Mostly on spell builds, like on Exsanguinate and on Reap builds. But I feel like it could probably work on a Bleed build as well. Just, I don't see why it wouldn't work, Well, I guess one of the reasons is with Bleed builds, you're stacking ailment damage on attack, on hit. Whereas on stuff like Exsanguinate and Reap, you're stacking physical damage and physical damage over time. Unfortunately, none of the Deadeye Ascendancies actually scale that damage. Rupture only scales bleeding, which is ailment damage, or bleeding damage specifically. So, it's not as strong as those builds that play Reap and Exsanguinate, but I feel like it could still be pretty good. Okay, so let's do this. Get more chance to bleed, ailment damage, all of that is good stuff. So yeah, right now Corrupting Fever costs quite a bit of life. And it only does 94.3 damage per second. You can obviously stack it. Which is quite a big deal, especially since, we hit at a decent clip now. So, if you stack 3 stacks of it, you're doing like 100 or 270 damage per second. Almost. 250 something. So definitely with Corrupting Fever, a lot of the... It's very much of a stacking skill. If you can quickly get 10 stacks of Corrupting Fever, it's probably really strong. Or it's obviously very strong. Alright, so now that we've increased our chance to bleed, that's probably huge as well. Now we have 90% chance to bleed. Is there somehow a way to get 100% chance? I would have to invest in it a little bit. So I could go and do the Cloven one, but since I already passed that area, I'll just go back off stream and get it done. I guess I won't worry about it too much. Okay, so the goal is to get to Southern Forest, which would probably be somewhere around here. No? Is it this way? So yeah, I don't have a really great activator for Corrupting Fever. It's basically just life tap and whatever spell I could think of. I mean, Enduring Cry costs 16 mana. You convert that to life tap and it's like 32 mana. Dash is 30. Basically, you just want to rely on dash, I think. Okay, I think we want to do Choking Miasma here. Defeat waves of monsters. Okay. We'll just keep upgrading the Choking Miasma. Okay. Let's keep upgrading it. Oh, it kind of looks like... the monsters can get slain in the Poison Cloud as well. It deals damage to both of them. That's quite interesting. So let's reduce the size of the arena. If we can just get them in the cloud, we can get kills that way as well. That's kind of funny. I didn't think it would work like that. Okay, I think we can keep going. Buffs expire 3 times faster on all players. That's fine.
Time is your enemy.
I don't think we buff ourselves too much. A monster type will apply ruin. I prefer not to do it. Let's do this Raging Dead.
Slay them amongst the flames.
Oh, okay. It started hurting, but that was probably quite a bit of EXP, so I'm happy with it. I actually think at this point maybe it would be prudent to not go so hard on ultimatums. Although I want to test it out as much as I can early on in the game so that, you know, as I get later I don't get screwed. But the idea is like, when I first did Ultimatum it was just for EXP, right? But I've come to a realization that if I really wanted EXP, I could, I could either just progress really fast, or just do a couple heists, and heists are A, very good EXP, and B, like very good loot. Like I did maybe 4 heists, and it gave me a great upgrade. Much better than Ultimatum, I would say.
Clean the marks of failure.
It's probably worth looking at the first couple items though, just to get some currency. Like defeat waves of enemies, that's not a hard one, especially when we have more damage now. So let's try this totem. This totem seems pretty strong,
Summer burns within.
but you never know. I mean, they take 15% damage over time, which is quite painful for them. Even if it does make them faster. Piranha's coins. For the remainder of the encounter, we take more damage. I'm not crazy about that. Let's do Stormcaller runes instead. Okay, level 19 Creeping Frost. Let's upgrade the runes. Okay. Honestly, so far so good.
Thunder and lightning abound.
We just gotta find a safe spot. Okay. Do I stop? Honestly, I don't know how to stop. I think we keep going.
Choking vapors seek the living. A meager turnaround.
Alright, we managed to do it. That was actually relatively easy, I would say. Ooh, it does require a level of concentration. You gotta make sure you don't get hit by all kinds of stuff, but alright, we did it. Cool. And I wouldn't say we got like amazing amounts of loot. It was good EXP though. I think we were only at like 70% EXP prior to this fight. So we did manage to kill a lot of stuff. Okay. So it looks like this episode will probably be able to... Ooh, we managed to finish this side of the cluster, which is pretty good too. We'll probably be able to finish Act 6, hopefully get through half of Act 7. Honestly, if I can do like 1 act's worth of content per episode, I'm pretty happy. Alright, so one thing I do need to remember is to try and turn on Corrupting Fever at the beginning of every zone. That's kind of annoying, I guess. And then when it expires, I need to keep an eye out for that as well. I have a half a mind to like put on increased duration, because I just can't remember to do it. Cast when damage taken would probably be helpful as well, like cast when damage taken Corrupting Fever. Okay, do I want to do this? Probably. 200% of mana cost as lightning damage. Honestly, I don't spend too much mana. Let's do that.
Your thoughts crackle with pain.
Okay. Ooh, Corrupting Blood cannot be inflicted on you. Double crit multi spell damage and cast speed while wielding a staff. That is an insane jewel. That is an insane jewel. The Corrupted Blood cannot be inflicted on you, plus all that other stuff. Okay, let's not die here. This is an important one. In fact, I don't think I'll push this this ultimatum that far, because I really want that drop. I don't know how good Corrupting Blood cannot be inflicted on you is now. I would assume it's pretty good, because you have less ways to stop Corrupting Blood. You know, before, if you can just get bleed immunity, that would give you Corrupting Blood immunity, but now... Okay, so we're gonna take these 2 jewels, and then we're gonna equip this. The crit strike multi doesn't do too much for us, but this must be worth a lot right now. So Corrupted Blood cannot be inflicted on you. And then double crit multi. Spell damage? How many jewels are out there that do that? It's like... We're probably talking like 5 or 6 exalts worth. If anyone's willing to buy it, but...
I'm not up to that just yet.
I could try selling it. Honestly, I don't need it that bad, and 5 exalts would go a long way towards my build. We'll try to sell it for maybe like 3 exalts. Is there anybody that plays a lightning build? Magic Find. Alan's doing Splitting Steel. I don't know. I don't think so. So yeah, crit multi with lightning and spell damage, right? Lightning skills, crit multi, so double crit multi. So 20% chance for crit multi with lightning skills. With a staff. So you're probably talking like crit. This would be for something like crit ball lightning. Crit arc. A lot of different skills could use this. All of those mods are useful. Which is insane. I'm actually thinking this would be pretty hard. I don't think there would be one on the market with these kinds of stats. Hold on, let me check. Okay, so crit multi with lightning skills and crit multi and spell damage. There's... okay. There's one on the market for 1 exalt. Crit multi, crit strike multiplier. There's one on the market for 1 exalt. I don't know. I can try putting it up for a few exalts and see if anyone bites. But I feel like it would be pretty good.
Go for at least the 3rd round this time.
Gain attack has the movement speed per second they're alive. Survive. No, okay. So maybe Let's just do the choking miasma one.
Vapors seek the living.
+1 to all fire. That's pretty nice. Let's add more choking miasma.
Is a breath of living air.
Okay. Whispering Ice, so let's add more choking miasma. Basically, I feel like just upgrading one thing is easier because, for example, the poison clouds, you just need to dodge the poison clouds. It's not all over the place. Sure, the poison clouds might do quite a bit of damage, but as long as you can stay away from it, it's not that hard to handle, right? Chaos, okay. For the remainder of the encounter, damage increases by 1% per second. I don't like that at all. Stormcaller runes, that's probably the easiest one that I've dealt with so far.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Ooh. But yeah, you definitely need to stay away from the poison clouds because they do a lot of damage. Do I really want coins? I don't, but
Lightning gives little warning.
I kind of want to do more of these ultimatums. I want to get deeper into it. It seems to be, it's pretty fun actually.
You play the game well, Charlie.
Nice.
Enjoy the fruits of your luck and
Ooh.
your skill.
Okay, so we got 3 Chaos Orbs. That's actually pretty good. Especially so early in the game. And then we did get a +1 wand, right? +1 to all fire. That's decent as well. We'll check out the staves. We'll grab this life flask. Probably need to start looking into like anti-bleed flasks. You know, those are probably gonna start hurting very soon. They probably already do actually, because I don't have good regen, I don't have bleach. I'm just relying on my flasks right now. And I honestly I haven't been crafting flasks much at all. Like I don't have remove freeze, I don't have remove bleed. Those are probably the most important ones. The AoE is really nice right now, though. Pretty happy with this. Mana regen seems to be a bit of an issue, actually. Okay, and we're definitely attacking faster because I can see that we have more stacks of guild force at this point. Before I was only able to maintain like maybe 4 stacks, maybe at best. Now we can stack up to like 7, sometimes 8 if I spam my skills. I should think about some kind of leech. Maybe I go and pick up the leech clusters. Okay, so life tap. Supported skills deal 19% more damage while you have life tap. Life tap grants increased life recovery from flasks. Yeah, I don't think I want life tap on my skill itself because it's just not enough extra damage. Or more damage, I guess. So I do need to find a way of getting life tap on, like getting more consistent life tap. Right now, Seismic Cry costs 40 life, but I need to spend 77 life on life tap, or what is it? Yeah, after you spend, I need to spend 77 life to refresh Corrupting Fever. So, you know, as it levels up, it does get a little bit harder, I think. Recover 10% of life when you use a Warcry. Increase Warcry cooldown recovery. Increase damage each time you've Warcried recently. Exerted attacks deal increased damage. Increased damage. The thing is, the increased damage does nothing for bleed, so I don't necessarily want to do that. I think we continue with this cluster just to get more damage. In the future, I'm probably going to think about using Cluster Jewel to do this instead. So we stick 3 Cluster Jewels here. Maybe we go for the 2 cluster variant and we go over here. And coming up here is actually pretty useful because... well, there's a... there's space for Cluster Jewels here and it'll be cheap. It'll take less points, but over here there's physical damage and physical damage over time. 6% physical dot over time seems pretty good. Maybe we do that. Anyways, let's go fight the Brine King. So it's been 27 minutes. Honestly, it feels like I've done a lot in the last 30 minutes already. We're pretty close to finishing this act. Oh, there's a Delirium.
The Lord of Salt and Sea shall set you free. No, your soul anyway.
Okay.
I'm not up to that just yet.
You won.
Can I do an ultimatum in here? Or ultimatum in here and just like...
Slay them amongst the flames.
Does Delirium increase while I'm doing an ultimatum? It doesn't. Ew. Wait, does it? No, maybe it does. Okay, so while you're doing a Delirium, it's actually worth it to do one of these ultimatum challenges. Stone circles conquered. What if I just don't conquer these stone circles and I just keep fighting stuff? Will Delirium ever expire? Am I getting EXP? I guess that would be a valid question too. Alright, maybe let's do a couple of these circles. Like, clearly there's a Delirium monster in here, right? Who is it? Okay, so let's keep going and see how far we can take this. Raging Dead 2.
Flames race toward you.
Okay, keep going. Raging Dead 3.
Flames beget more flames.
Okay. I'm glad that we're like relatively tanky right now. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be able to do this kind of stuff. Yeah, choking Miasma's fine.
If you can.
And the delirium ticker is still going up. I just don't know by how much. Or it's going very slowly. So maybe, you know, the ultimatum mobs just aren't worth as much. Okay, we can keep going. I think I will.
Rare is the breath of living air.
Oh my god. Okay, let's sit in this circle for a bit. Just take a chill pill.
I'm not up to that just yet.
That makes it 2 in a row.
Ooh, okay. Is Delirium still running? Delirium's... it's still running, so we can keep going. This definitely gives a lot more Delirium, like, stacks, though. Not stacks. But these monsters count for a lot more. But really, I'm just looking for cluster jewels. That's why I'm doing Delirium. Like, preferably, I would love to get some damage over time cluster jewels. Or even just physical damage large cluster jewels. Although, you know, mostly I'm looking for the damage over time ones, medium ones. I could go out and buy them, I suppose. Projectile damage cluster jewel. That's not what I'm looking for, but... okay. Better than nothing, I suppose. Damn. Ball ground slam is actually doing so much damage. Look at that. Okay, here's the boss. You know, I feel like, aside from the upgrade to the weapon, you know, putting extra points on the passive tree just for more damage. Increased physical damage, it's still gonna deal a lot, right? Like, it's still very useful, so...
He could never be satiated on his wedding day by one bride alone. Thank you, my new sister. I shall always treasure your company.
Yes, yes, I know. Stack the corrupting blood. Okay. How much cold resistance do I have? 75%. Okay, that's good. For a second, I thought I had no cold resistance. I just need to double check. I got scared for a sec. Okay, we're doing very, very respectable damage right now to the boss. You know, this isn't as... like, the single target is decent. Our clear is not insane, but I'm pretty happy with how much we're doing right now. Yeah. Ow, that kind of hurts. Ow. I don't like that. Ooh, ooh, that was a little close.
That would only slow me down.
I think I definitely need to look into Leech.
Born of ocean's mire, and death washed
How would I go about that? Okay, here's the thing, right? So we could go up for cluster jewels, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, why? Because we have access to 2 cluster jewels down here already. Maybe I don't go up there. In fact, I have half a mind to be like, in the future, we might refund all the nodes over here and just focus on getting cluster jewels over here. Anyways, for now, it's not something we need to worry about. If I wanted Leech, what are the different sources for Leech? There's some Leech here. Physical damage, Leechless Life. This is actually a pretty decent Leech node. Like, I might want to consider going this way, 1, 2, 3, and refunding this 1, 2, 3. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Because why did I go up here in the first place? Because I wanted to grab this, but I could just go up. I thought about getting Master of the Arena for melee strike range, but melee strike range does nothing for AoE, so it actually doesn't do anything for Ground Slam. Yeah, okay. I need another refund point. I need to refund this one. Okay, yeah. This'll work though. So hold on, let's go back to town real quick. Do I have an Orb of Regret? I do. Good. Let's refund this and then apply this. And then next level, I can start picking up maybe just one of these leech nodes. When your hits impale enemies, also impale other enemies near them. Inflict 4 additional impales on enemies you impale. For 4 seconds after you impale enemies, they cannot be impaled again, and impales cannot be called from them. I don't think we do enough physical damage with hits to actually make impale worth it. Even if it's just 1 point for the impaler, it does nothing for bleed, and, you know, what we're scaling is bleed in the first place. Okay. These are decent boots. Triple resistance, but 20% move speed is not something I'm looking for. Right, don't sell that. Don't sell that. So let's try to sell this for 2 exalts. I mean, spell damage, crit multi, percent crit multi with lightning skills, and corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. It's very good. It's a very good jewel. I just have no idea what it would be worth right now. Like, let me check the markets. So corrupting blood with crit multi and spell damage is 2 exalts. There's nothing like it. Crit multi and crit strike multi with lightning skills. Mine is 2 exalts. There's another for 10 exalts, and there's one for 1 exalt, 1x. But it doesn't have spell damage. I don't know. Let's put 4 exalts, and I'll just lower it over time. Who knows, man? And how much would a +1 to fire wand be worth? This one I put up for 5 chaos. Let's put this one for 4. Maybe people still need it. It's already pretty late in the league. It's day 3. I'm assuming everyone has +1 wands. You never know though.
Let me tell.
Okay. Let's pick up some items so we can sell them, and let's go to Act 7. Alright, we're slowly making our way through the acts. You know, definitely progression is not fast as fast as some of those faster players. You know, Dream was able to get into maps in what, like 5 hours? What are we at? Played. We're at 8 hours, and we're in Act 7, so we're very much behind. But I think we're making good pace though. We'll probably be able to get into maps. I was thinking at the end of next week, but actually I think maybe 2 more days and we'll be good. I'm assuming like 1 or 2 acts per day. Like by the end of this episode, we'll probably be halfway through Act 7. Another episode, like 3 episodes worth, right? I'm assuming an hour per act.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Let's get that locket just over here. Isn't it over here? Here it is. So if we go based off of 1 act a day, or 1 act an episode, we probably record 2 to 3 episodes per day. Yeah, like maybe another 2 days, and we'll be able to finish up all the acts and get into maps. It's not bad. Okay, so here's Crossroads. We want to go down, complete the lab or the trial, and then once we go to, so down here's the crypts, up there is what, the catacomb. So we'll complete 2 more trials and that'll unlock the cruel lab, so the secondary lab. And you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna try and progress as far as we can. And like, I should probably go back to the style where you're just like running and killing every now and then instead of trying to kill everything. I do get into the habit, you know, when you go on autopilot, you just end up killing everything you see in front of you. But probably the best way to go is actually to just run as fast as you can and kill stuff every now and then. And if I find myself under leveled or like under itemized, I should probably look at doing a couple heists, because after doing a couple heists, it made a huge difference. All of my gear just started getting upgraded super fast, because heist tends to drop like, basically, I feel like heist has a stronger drop rate of some sort. The items that get dropped, they have a higher rarity or something like that. Basically, all the items that drop, they have like higher stats. They get higher rolls, pretty much. And actually, GGG has specifically said, I think, I might be incorrect here, but they said something along the lines of like heist gets like better drop rates. Okay, so the Trial of Ascendancy is somewhere in here. I forget whether it's down here or outside. But we'll try and find it. So with the next level, I definitely need to think about getting a little bit of leech. Okay, so there's the map. Okay. Okay, now where was the or the trial? Is it around here, maybe? Or is it outside? It doesn't look to be here. So we'll try checking outside of here. I think it's out here. Okay, I mean, I'm pretty happy with getting extra heist contracts, actually. Because I'll probably be running them off stream. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Alright, so the only last one is Catacombs, so we can TP out of here. We already got the map. Let's talk to Waylon Roth and submit our quests after getting that locket.
Fair winds and
Oh,
calm
so
seas.
it's for a flask. I think a granite flask would be pretty good here. Or maybe a quartz. Or even jade. Okay, jade or quartz. Which one do I prefer? Let's take the quartz.
Ways divide.
I'm actually not sure. And we should actually look into maybe rolling it for something. Chemist's chance to freeze. What the heck? Nope. Removes burning. Knockback, removes shock. No. Removes curse. No. Can't that get like a remove bleed? Is it that hard? What level is this? Yeah, that's item level is not a problem. Like, extra charges. Removes shock. Removes shock. The heck? I just never get what I want, huh? Removes freeze? Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough, I think. This guy. Do I have a higher item level flask? Do. Okay. This one, let's add quality to it, to our Quicksilver. Extra charges. Removes bleeding. Yeah, that's pretty good. Preferably, I would want these two, like, flipped. I would want the remove freeze on my Quicksilver. I tend to like it that way. And I think that's just like a habit thing. You know, I tend to hit 3 for remove freeze, and it tends to be my my Quicksilver as well.
Life to your own.
But this is fine. Okay, so remove bleed is here, remove freeze is here. Those are probably the most important ones that I care about. Remove curse is nice, I guess. Remove shock is fine. Remove poison is probably pretty annoying too. Oh yeah, I'm doing a lot more damage now. Look at this. That feels pretty good. Okay.
I'm not up to that just yet.
And then from the gloves, we also get Onslaught whenever we use Vol Ground Slam, which is pretty great. So we're actually getting, you know, a little zoomy, which is... I mean, I couldn't ask for more, I guess. I suppose I could ask for more. There's always more we could get out of this build. But right now, I'm pretty happy with the spot that we're in. Okay, so let's do this map. Okay. Act 7 is actually relatively quick. I suppose the latter part of Act 7 is kind of slow. Alright, so we're already at the 50-minute mark, so we're probably looking at completing this map. Maybe getting the trial and getting the next zone, and then we're probably gonna call it. So let's run through this area real quick. Oh wow, it kind of hurt. Here's a delirium. Okay.
Such magnificence. And you wish to ruin it.
Okay, so with that level, I'm probably gonna be looking at Leech. Probably?
Your luck will run out soon, challenger.
Okay. We're gonna ignore the ultimatum. At this point, I kind of just wanna find the map boss. There he is. Sure,
I'm
we'll
not
pick
up
those
to that
up.
just yet.
Okay. Pretty easy so far. Ow. Alright, finish him off with the Revolve Ground Slam. Pretty good. So with this level, I said I wanted Leech. So I could go all the way over here for the mana and Life Leech, but I think I will just pick up these nodes here. Even just one node would be enough until I can get a Cluster Jewel for some more Leech. I would expect that, like... How much would this be? Is it a defensive stat? Or an offensive? I think it's an offensive stat, right? Miscellaneous? Okay, 0.6% life leech from physical attack. I would expect that to be enough.
Needs us.
We'll check it. Oh, there's a crafting recipe here. Lightning damage. Okay. Yeah, this is enough leech. Okay, Chamber of Sins level 2. This is where our second trial is as well, so let's keep that in mind.
Deeper still, Exile. Deeper still. run out soon, Challenger.
Oh wait, the trial is over there.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Okay, I don't want to go that far into Delirium, but it's Harbinger stack, so that's actually good currency. Okay, I'll run to the end and try and get as many Delirium charges or stacks as I can. But I know the lab is back there. Okay, I guess now it's over. So we'll start running back and go to our lab. We managed to get 4 charges, so 4 Harbinger items. That's pretty good. What are they? Medium cluster jewel, flask. Why do we keep getting flask cluster jewels? I want a physical damage over time. Are flask jewels even worth anything? Maybe the flask effect duration ones. Is that what this is? It is a flash effect duration jewel. It could be worth something. Peak vigor. Oh, but it's 6 passives. Oh, I guess not. But more importantly, you know, obviously I care if I drop something that will sell. But I'd be much happier to just drop something that I actually need, you know? The heck am I doing? Just randomly. Ow. So I need to remember, I'm not playing my RF build, which had just ridiculous amounts of life regen, so I didn't care about traps at all. This build is not the same. It doesn't have much regen at all. I feel like in the future it will be pretty survivable, based off of like just taking less damage. But right now I don't have that. Like with the Deadeye, Wind Ward gives less damage taken per Gale Force, so that's pretty good. But we won't be getting that for a while. So at the end of the day, I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of life regen. I'm gonna have a lot of like less damage taken nodes, which is kind of cool. It's gonna be a evasion based melee build. I'm pretty sure. You know, ground slam, but you're gonna go full evasion and dodge. You know, acrobatics, phase acrobatics. We're gonna get all of that stuff.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Okay. So where are we at? We're currently at the 1 hour mark. Actually, this is perfect. I ended up getting the next waypoint. So we can probably stop it right here. So again, I feel like this is probably halfway through Act 7. Let's finish it up with a Ultimatum. Using a flask removes any existing flask effects. That doesn't seem very good. Let's take the Blistering Cold one then.
Cold indeed.
Okay, it's pretty easy. We'll just keep up with the Blistering Cold, upgrade it as much as we want. Okay, let's get these to explode first. Alright. Keep going with this. Ooh. Okay. Let's go with the Raging Dead. Using Flask, getting it to hinder us seems like a terrible idea. Ow, ow. These things kind of hurt. More Raging Dead.
Race towards you.
Stay in the circle, don't die. Okay, okay, things are getting a little spooky.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Let's just try and find the empty circles. Things are getting real spooky right now. Okay.
For now, the victor remains.
Whew. Alright. Hey, we managed to get a 5-link chest armor. You know, I could actually use that. I would need to color it properly, but this could be useful. And obviously, we do want the 6 sockets. Those are nice as well. Let's take the jeweler. Okay. Alright.
The end of
So we actually have a good amount of
Farewell.
gear, and I suppose currency at this point. So I could think about going shopping, but I don't even know if I want to. I could though. Worm sign? I can't imagine anybody would be wanting this. Eternal apple might be worth some? No, it's probably not. You lose all endurance charges on reaching max endurance charge. Trigger a socketed war cry on losing endurance charges. I'm gonna keep this because it's a cool unique item.
Farewell.
Let's deposit these.
Hello.
And let's sell these items.
Keep your life to your own.
Okay. So we got ourselves another cluster jewel, but it's not worth much. And then with this bad boy, you need 75 intelligence. I don't really have that. I don't have much intelligence, as usual. That's why we have bad builds, right? Can I even get like 5 reds on this thing? 4 reds and a blue. What would I do with the blue? Efficacy? Can I get 4 reds and a green? I got 5 reds. Alright, I might have to consider using this thing. I mean, I'm gonna level very soon.
Stay true to you.
And you know what? I might even get like a passive point soon. So I was like about to I was about to consider like refunding for to pick up like an int node, but I don't think that's worth it. Let's just wait until next level, and then we'll pick up the 30 int over here, and then we can wear a 5-link. That's probably gonna give us a little bit more damage. 5 reds means I can take something like there's lots of options actually. Probably not multi-strike. I'm thinking Rage might be good here. Rage gives you additional physical damage, so that adds to your bleed damage, and it gives you more attack speed as well, which we probably want. So that's what I'm currently thinking. Definitely we need to look at other ways to like properly scale our bleed damage, because what we want is to scale like damage over time. You know, more damage over time, multipliers. We want a lot more of that. Like this one is 24% more damage with bleeding. Melee physical damage is pretty good. 41% more physical damage, 41% more damage with bleeding as well. Cruelty is actually a pretty decent gem as well, because it can be up to 50% more damage over time. So actually all three of these support gems are pretty good. Rage, not so much. You probably want something else like... Honestly, I just can't think of it. Like deadly ailments, you know, but... What would be a red gem? Because I have a red color right now. I would think right now Rage would be pretty nice. It would probably help. But we're going to think about that for next episode. That's the end of this one right here. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you could leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.